York at the home of the Knicks. It's the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Conley, he's checked in for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Chicago. Allen comes in for Valentine. So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Allen is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the #1 option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Levine, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
And from everything you hear, Levine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching.
You saw that.
And the length of Dunn really annoys the opposition. So good at sticking his hands in passing lanes and coming away with steals.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Parker. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Parker's got 5 points so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Ntilikina passes to Knox. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
So for the Knicks, Mario Hezonja's checked in for Enes Kanter. Lee comes in for Hardaway. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Ntilikina.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mudiay dishes to Vonleh. And now, here's Hezonja, covered by Parker. The shot by Vonleh, no good. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-1 run. Allen kicks to Parker. Back to Allen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Dunn with it. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. On the clock. Allen's shot is off. And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 9 points. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Bulls. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And checking out New York, 2 games back.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
No doubt about that. It hasn't taken them any time to announce that they're a different team this year. One that's ready to take the next step and join the ranks of playoff contenders.
Allen finds Lopez. And it's Allen with the jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Trier passes to Hezonja. Shoots over Portis. Hezonja's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 8. Allen the bounce pass. To the inside. And Allen slams it in.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
New York calls timeout. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number one, the Bulls.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Now here's Payne, defended by Moutier. Payne can't hit.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Here's Trier. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers. We talked so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Payne dishes to Allen. Passes it to Lopez. Back to Allen. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Knicks trail by 10. Hazonia kicks to Lee. Here's Trier, guarded by Holiday. To the middle, and stolen by Portis. Allen surveying the D. Pass to Portis. Now here's Payne. Back to Portis. Pass to Holiday. And here is Allen. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Trier. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Trier's got 7.
If there's a skill set you like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Here's Allen. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And now here's Hazonia. He's covered closely. Yep, that one goes.
He's got no problem shooting off the pass, trusting his teammates will get it to him.
Payne finds Lopez. Here's Allen. Over Lee. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. That's 12 points for Allen.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here's Trier. Rebound by the Bulls. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. Here's Hazonia. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Down low, it's tipped. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Lee against Allen. Here's Moutier. Here's Vonleh. It's rebounded by Portis. Chicago leading by 14. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. That one falls. 16 points for Allen.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Moutier kicks to Hazonia. Trains the three-pointer. Hazonia's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. here is Holiday. The pass to Lopez. Misses from short range. And so it's the Chicago Bulls. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
Older brother, he was a big fan of him.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they've got. Hezonja's out there with Porzingis. Then it's Lee. Then it's Moutier. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. At one point, they led by 16. Lee with the steal. Throws it up high and finished off by Hezonja.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Back to Payne. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Passes it to Allen. Over Lee. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 18 points in the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Moutier looking around. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in.
So much of a floater is about balance and control, and Moutier had that on display in spades. One thing about Porzingis last year that we saw with the departure of Carmelo Anthony is, could you lean on Porzingis to shoulder the offensive load? He was phenomenal in that role last year before the injury. So out on the perimeter, above the rim, finishing off breaks, he's capable.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Good on the triple. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Payne, defended by Moutier. Payne can't hit. And talking about Porzingis, what really separates him as a scorer, Brent, is his jump shot.
Well, at 7'3", we always think, man, he should be down on the post or have 2 feet in the paint working on his post-up game. That's not what he's about. He's terrific catching and shooting. He can handle the ball enough to take 1 or 2 dribbles to score at the rim. He's really good on the right side of the floor, shooting over the top at the mid-range.
The Bulls leading by 11. Allen passes to Portis. Back to Allen. And it's Payne in the corner. Shoots. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Bulls.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
New York's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Lasagna, the pass to Trier. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Kristaps Porzingis standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position. And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Clock at 6. Pass to Blakeney. From deep. The shot, no good. Here's Azania. Here's Lee. And so it's Chicago. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, you have been getting it done tonight. Scoring, rebounding, everything. How have you played, and where have you found all this energy?
Well, no. See, you guys understand, this hasn't just been me. Yeah, as a team, we're playing with a lot of heart tonight. You know, these guys, they boxing out, they're playing physical, and that's allowed me to get a lot of easy shots and get a lot of rebounds.
Teammates getting it done, individuals getting it done as well. Great combination, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Both teams will make substitutions. Off the inbound. Azania's shot is off.
Yeah, and the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Valentine. Allen is out there with Carter. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Pass to Lee. Clock at 6. He kicks to Vonleh. Goes up on the wing. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
And so it's Moutier with it. They'll bring it up for New York. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Well, stretching the floor out is important, and right now, Courtney Lee able to do that.
LaVine finds Allen over Porzingis. Allen's shot is off. New York's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Lee outside. Now the pass to Porzingis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Zach LaVine. 7th in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. All alone. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. And 12 points for Zach LaVine.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Here's Porzingis. That shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Allen. And that one hits back iron. The Knicks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Hazonia kicks to Lee. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting 2 guards in the NBA. In the third spot, Zach LaVine.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a 3-point play the hard way.
And they have no issues with drawing that kind of contact. They're more than willing to put their bodies on the line, because as well as they shoot the free throws, they know these trips to the line will always pay off. Easy too.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, will see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. Trier, he's checked in for New York. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
The Bulls shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Payne kicks to Allen. Here's Blakeney, covered by Lee. They get the rebound. Here's Allen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. For Chicago, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. So for the Knicks, Enes Kanter comes in for Vonleh, and it's Moutier in for Hezonja. The 11-footer off the left rim and out. Bulls shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Blakeney passes to Portis, kicks to Allen. Over Lee, the 8-footer, and Allen puts it in. Allen's got 25 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Back to Moutier. Passes it to Porzingis. Lopez against Kanter. Good D by Lopez. Allen outside. Back to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Moutier kicks to Porzingis. There's the dish to Lee. Back to Porzingis. From down in the low post, it goes. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
So Porzingis can post you up, he can face you up, he can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Payne passes to Blakeney. Portis with it. He dishes it to Allen. Pass to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Portis finds Allen over Moutier. Allen's shot is off.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Lee gets the bucket.
Well, good job at capitalizing by Courtney Lee there in the mid-range and having enough room to get it done.
High post Lopez. Pass to Payne. Allen outside. Back to Payne. Feeds it to Allen. Takes the 13-footer. The Knicks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. His 3-pointers off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls out front. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see
teams changing it up here.
What's interesting about Moutier is how cavernous the gap is between the strengths and weaknesses that he has. On the plus side, he creates shots for himself, but how many of those shots is he actually going to make? The other part about his game, though, is his distribution is pretty solid. So if he plays in the pick and roll, he can find teammates.
Lee and Hardaway make up the perimeter. Inside, it's Porzingis and Kanter. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. Allen with the rebound. Another thing about Moutier, really good on-ball defender. That marks him.
Well, a better defender when his man's in front of him and not as good at chasing guys through screens. He seems to either get bumped off route or try to take shortcuts that cost him. But offensively is where it is. He needs to just be better at decision making and get that jump shot to be more consistent.
Hardaway passes to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. Carter with the block. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside, Porzingis. He kicks to Lee. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that one drops for him.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Here's Hardaway. Buries it down low.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Allen. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Back to Hardaway. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Holiday kicks to Allen. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hezonja, he's checked in for Cantor. And it's Trier in for Lee. Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. It's good.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
The pass to Blakeney. Inside, here's Allen, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Allen's got 31.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Ntilikina kicks to Hezonja. The three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Payne finds Allen. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Carter, the pass to Allen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
The Knicks making a switch here. Moutier is checked in. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And that's now 19 points for Porzingis.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Allen.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now here's Payne, defended by Moutier. Allen dishes to Payne. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by New York.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Portis finds Allen over Hardaway. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, Moutier to the inside. Porzingis kicks to Dotson. Basket counts.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and